Matthew Driskill is the editor of Asian Aviation. He joins us via Skype from Singapore. Thank you very much for your time. What went so wrong?
Oh, well, I think Tom Enders said it best, and your correspondent in Toulouse also touched on it. They were basically what he said in the CEO of Airbus, what he said in the press conference was they were 10 years too late. Boeing hit the sweet spot with the 747. It's now celebrating, I think, this month its 50th anniversary. It's the so-called Queen of the Skies. It changed the way people travel, long-haul travel. And so Boeing really got it right. In this case, Airbus simply got it wrong. And Tom Enders and the rest of the Airbus management said, look, we can't be emotional about it. It's a business case. We're not selling the plane, so we've got to kill the program.
What types of adjustments did they try to make along the way that just didn't take?
Tom Enders actually, I was just, again, watching the press conference on YouTube, and they had lots of discussions about, okay, can we alter the airplane? Can we make it longer? Can we change the engines? Can we do this or do that? And from Airbus's viewpoint, they really couldn't do anything. Part of the problem is that not all the airlines the good thing about the airplane is it's big. I mean, it can fit the normal size, as your correspondent, I think, touched on, is 540 passengers.
My
but
goodness,
that's in sort of a
lot.
traditional, yeah, but that's in sort of a traditional three-class layout. So you've got first class, business, coach. But the plane can actually, if you did an all-coach configuration, you could actually pack about 800 people into the plane. Of course, who wants to, me personally, I don't want to fly on a plane like that. That's just too many people. But, in order to make the economy, the economics of the plane work, you really sort of have to put that many people in it. Malaysia Airlines, for example, they've got several A380s, and at one point they were trying to sell them, but because there's no secondary market for the plane, they're now reconfiguring it into that single class layout that I mentioned for pilgrims going to Mecca. So that's one way they're trying to use the plane and adapt it.
So what now for Airbus?
Airbus, and they spoke about this today a little bit. Someone asked them, what's that, because the A380 is, in a sense, going away, although it will still be flying for years and years. They're just going to end production by 2021. They asked Tom Enders, what's the new flagship for Airbus? And in a sense, what we're looking at are planes. They're still wide-body planes, but like the A350, which has been very successful. I've flown it many, many times between here and Europe. Qatar Airways has done a good job with it. Singapore Airlines has done a good job with it. Lots of airlines have bought the A350. The 787 made by Boeing, those are sort of equivalent airplanes. But also you're going to see, the real competition has not really been in the big jets, but in the smaller jets, the narrow bodies, the single aisles that are the workhorse of the industry. These are the A320s and the Boeing 737. And these are what you see being ordered left and right by the low-cost carriers that are sprouting up like mushrooms all over the world, in Europe, in Asia, and elsewhere. So Ryanair in Europe and AirAsia in Asia, they are ordering thousands of 737s and A320s because these are they're very efficient to run. They pack them full of people. And they sell it. And the low-cost carriers, it's a basic deal. So if you want anything extra, you got to pay for it.
Matthew Driskill, thank you very much for your insight. We appreciate it.